Well, this is an exciting moment for us. Are we nervous here, Paul?
Some of us are, yeah.
Yeah, we're a little nervous. It's a pleasure to welcome this gentleman, our first guest of the show. He is the star of The Tonight Show. Please say hello to Johnny Carson.
We are. Thank you very much.
Yes,
David,
sir.
You will find out. Thank you. I'll tell you what. You will find out, David, after a few years, this is the only way I can talk with anybody. I was out to dinner last night at a restaurant. I take this with me.
Yeah.
I go home after the show. I use this in our bedroom. I do not perform well without this desk.
You know, I noticed something right off the bat. I think your desk is bigger than mine.
Well, another 20 years, you will have this desk. I think we can take this away now.
How about you unloading something from Beacons when you brought that out?
I saw you were doing an all-prop show tonight,
That's
so I
right.
might as well.
Yeah, at the end of the week, we get out all of the props.
Yeah.
You have your little yellow sticker there.
Yes, I'm a carrier, hepatitis. I thought your whole crew was infected or something now.
Yeah. Now, is this... thank you very much for being here, first of all.
Let me say something.
Sure.
I'm a little miffed at you.
Oh, no.
No. Now, let me tell you why. Because when they came to me about a month ago and said, would you like to do the Letterman show? I said, yes, I want to do it, because I love David Letterman. And I said, you know, May is beautiful in New York. I'll go first class, round trip. I'll have the hotel, the limousine. And then I found out you were doing it, and I walked across an asphalt parking lot to get here. And I thought I was going to, you know, if I don't understand, I could have done Wheel of Fortune on the way over. There's a man dressed as a giant zucchini in the hall, waiting to go on Let's Make a Deal. I could have done that. But anyway, I'm happy to be here.
Well, we're terribly happy to have you here. Now, let me ask you right off the bat. You must just hate being a guest on somebody's show.
It's very strange. I think the last show I did, seriously, was David Frost, when David came over and fooled everybody for a while. Whoa!
Whoa!
You know what I mean. They thought David was an entertainer, and then they got on to him. Nice thing about guesting, you can be cruel. You see on other people's
You don't have to be here tomorrow.
No.
That's the
thing.
thing.
It is strange. It's very strange sitting here, looking this way, talking over here.
Yeah. Do you remember your first television appearance?
My very first television
It's a stupid
appearance.
question. Obviously, you remember it.
Well, yeah, I remember, but it was in...
Maybe not.
It was stupid Star Treks is what this is. It was in Omaha. My very first television show was in Omaha in 1948, believe it or not. I played a milkman in a documentary called The Story of Underland Fever about unpasteurized milk. That's a true story.
Is that right?
Absolutely.
And that did pretty well, too, didn't it?
It's still... if you have cable, you can get it late at night.
You mentioned you wanted to come to New York to be on the show when we were back there. Do you ever think about... You've been in California how many years now?
We've been here since '72.
Do you ever entertain any notions of taking the show to California or to New York?
Yeah, but you know, there's not many facilities back there anymore. We used to work in 6B. I understand that's all news now.
Yeah.
Do you mind if I do something? I watch your show.
What happens if I say yes?
I watch your show, and one of the things you do that I get a big kick out of is when you make a telephone call to somebody, from somebody in your studio audience, you know, to say hello to their parents or
People
to
will
make
have
an excuse for them or something.
Right.
You pick it up and call. I would like to do that tonight myself. And I asked to have a phone here. Would you mind if I do that?
Well,
let me show you. Let me show you, first of all.
Do a thing and come back and do it?
What? You want to take a break first? We have time now. It won't take long. I'm going to show you the number. I don't want you, I'm sure you won't say anything because I don't want the people to pick up on this. Do you recognize this number?
No, I don't, John. I've never seen that number before in my life. No, I've never seen it at all. Now, you're not serious about it.
I am serious. Is that?
Yeah, that's it. This is my home phone number back in Indiana.
All right. Did you call your mother on Mother's Day?
I certainly did.
I want to make sure of that, so I have you.
Oh, no.
May I have? Can I use it? I'm serious.
No.
Yes?
You know, Mom's hearing is not what it used to be.
Yes, well.
She'll have to come up out of the cellar to answer the phone.
Is this the right number?
That's it.
All right. May I borrow your phone?
Well, you want me to dial the deal or what?
I guess it would be all right if...
Now, this is...
Don't let them know what it is, because some people can read, they hear it and they read the... So I guess we have to dial one, then...
One. Is this for real? God, I guess it is. Run for your lives.
All right. One. All right. All right.
All right.
Oh, okay.
Now, this is my mother. It's my mother, ladies and gentlemen.
Hello?
Hello.
Oh, yeah.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can. Hello?
Is this Mrs. Dorothy Letterman?
That's right, Dorothy.
Yes, it is. Who's this?
Are you the mother of David Letterman, who does Late Night on NBC?
Oh, yes, I am. Well, who is this, please?
Miss Letterman, this is Johnny Carson. I'm calling from NBC in Burbank.
Oh, my word. Oh,
Look, how are you?
fine, thank you.
Miss Letterman, can I ask you a question?
Oh, sure.
Has David ever told you that he hopes that I get run over by a Sparkletts water delivery truck so he can get the 11:30 time period on NBC? Has he ever told you that?
Yes, he talks about it frequently.
Thank you very much, Mrs. Letterman. Bye-bye.
Talks about it frequently. Yeah. Well,
mothers don't lie.
No, we'll put a tracer on that call. We have to do a commercial. We'll be right back with Johnny Carson phoning your relative. Thank you, Paul. Welcome back to the show. Obviously, Johnny Carson is here. You and I look like we might be ushering later at some sort of a
Don't we?
function.
I didn't know you were going to wear your basic hosting outfit tonight.
Now, you mentioned, by the way, Mom was very happy to hear from you. Now, do you want to explain to people that...
I suppose we should let him in on the joke by now. It's an actress by the name of Arlene Banner. She was talking backstage. They didn't tip you, did they?
No.
Good.
In fact, it sounded to me like maybe a cheerleader had broken into Mom's house and answering her phone there.
Mama's not as spry as she used to be.
You know, you met my mom about 3 years ago.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, well, that's what I tried to explain to Mom.
Son! No, what did I mean?
It was, it must have been...
About 38 years ago?
No. Yeah, she was working at USO Place in Omaha. Now, cut that out. Yeah. No, you were...
That's right.
You're doing your show.
Yeah.
And my mom was very thrilled. That made her entire trip. She was in California for about 10 days.
I do remember that.
And it scared me silly.
Yeah.
It really did. But it was very nice for you to do that. Sure. Now, we're talking about the contract and so on and so forth. You just signed a new deal here at NBC. Have you ever... How many years has it been? You're working on your 23rd year?
Yeah, we finished 23 in September, and I understand if you do 25, you get a Timex watch from NBC. And I may go for the watch.
Going for the watch.
Go for the watch.
Have you, in all of that time, has there ever been anything NBC said, nope, we're not going to give it to you?
I've pretty well got a lock on them. No. You've negotiated with them. No, we've been very fortunate.
Oh, no, I think my negotiations and your negotiations are two different floors of the building.
No, we've had a good run with the show. We've been very lucky. The audience has been very loyal.
Yeah.
It's been a nice ride.
Yeah, but I do think you,
by the way,
pretty much whatever you want.
You've been doing this now for what, 3 years?
Yeah, 3 years and a couple of months.
I tell you what, you will find if you continue this there will come a time when you run out of questions. Maybe that's happened to you already.
Could be happening now.
Right now. I sense that. You will have the starlet on, and you will have asked her whether her mother or father had the greatest influence and whether she likes to live in California or not. I have about run out of questions. I have about 6 or 7 left that I have never, ever asked on the show. I brought them along.
Oh, good.
Just in case.
Thank God.
Just in case you run into that bad interview.
Thank
where
God.
You just don't know what to. I'm going to will these to you.
Maybe I'll jot these down.
All right. You're in real trouble. You say to your guest, what would you do if I jammed a lit highway flare up your nose? You see? It's just one there. Now, you had Bo Derek on the other night, right?
Yes, we did.
You could have said to her, have you ever used one of your vital organs as a hand puppet?
All right. And puppet, highway flare.
Some of these obviously are going to be better than others.
Yeah, well, you got to try them. Oh, you skipped one.
Here's
Did you
one
skip
here.
One?
Where do you suppose the sock goes that disappears in the dryer?
Yeah, that's good. Thought-provoking.
You didn't pay for that plastic surgery, did you? That's nice. And my favorite, and I think it will probably be yours, but we'll be the judge of that in a
All
moment.
right.
You say to your guest, how would American history have been changed if the Secretary of Agriculture in the Roosevelt administration had been Johnny Mathis?
Okay. I think, Jenny, I'll stay with the highway flare and the hand
That highway
puppet.
flare and
Yeah.
the hand puppet.
I like those pretty well. Oh, my gosh. You get a lot of movie offers living in California all these years? People are always saying, this man would be perfect. He would be like another Cary Grant sort of person.
You know,
in
I
film.
used to get some offers, and Jack Lemmon always used to say, you know, I could have played a lot of things
Exactly.
that Jack played, which
Yeah.
would have been fun. But with the Tonight Show, as you know, when you're on the schedule, I only have like the longest period during the whole year is 3 weeks. You really don't have time to make a picture.
Yeah.
And as you get older, all of a sudden it doesn't become much fun. This is fun because this is what television is. You come out, it's right now, it's spontaneous, and you give and you take, and some nights you're good, some nights you don't know what's going to happen. Movies I find kind of boring. You sit there and you have to do it over and over and over
Right.
again.
You
and
wait 8 hours to do one
it takes a lot
line.
of discipline.
Yeah.
So I did do Looking for Love with Connie Francis.
1965 offering, I believe.
1965. Mm-hmm.
And what was the film? What was the plot in Looking for Love, other than obviously Looking for Love?
I remember the ad was, could Connie pass the kiss test? It was an exciting picture. And it's the only movie that I know that the Motion Picture Academy transferred to flammable nitrate stock. And, I think it is. Usually they do it the other way
sure, they
around,
wanna
but
preserve it,
this
they
one they
wasted no
transferred it
time.
back,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
it was. Look, they gave me some money, and I was one day, and I went in and did it, and played myself, so it was no big deal.
How do you like the neighborhood? We're neighbors.
Well, I called you about a week ago to come play tennis, and you called and you didn't show.
I know.
Why not?
Well, I was actually I had cold feet. You know what I mean?
I don't.
I'd feel like a jerk playing tennis with you.
Why?
Well, because 90% of the day I feel like a jerk.
No, but explain it to me that way.
It's
Yeah, we're out in Malibu.
yeah,
Sure.
and you having some work done on the place? We
just
see.
fixing up a few things.
Yeah, we sit there late at night in the car.
Yeah. Well, let's keep it that way.
Oh my God! You got to go do your show here. Huh?
Yeah. I've got to. As a matter of fact, what I'm doing tonight, I could do the finish here. I told the first part of the joke on my show earlier tonight.
Yeah.
And I was going to do the punchline here, so people who watch my show
All right.
will tune in
An
to see this show.
experiment in television.
This is a joke.
All right.
In other words, you will not hear.
This is good.
This is the punchline to the joke that I did earlier on my show.
Okay. All right.
And the man says to Mrs. O'Hara, I'm not so sure about that. He got out 3 times to go to the bathroom. Now that's the punchline to the joke that I did
So people are in on a little television history tonight.
That's right.
Yeah.
Unfortunate as it is, they are.
Yeah. All right. Now, well, let me see what we're doing here. We got to the station identification. That's it.
I think that
Do what?
means say goodbye.
Say goodbye.
He's doing one of these.
All right. We're done. Okay. It was a pleasure. And what do you think? It wasn't too awkward, was it?
I had fun.
Oh,
Enjoyed
good.
it.
I'm glad you did. You were terrific.
Oh, thanks.
Thanks for everything, Johnny. Nice to see you. Johnny Carson, folks. Thank you very much. Very funny.